Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, January 9th. Welcome to the Inside Edge. One thing about special elections, and we've got a special election going on right now in the 11th Congressional District, is that they tend to mess up our typical schedules for how we evaluate campaigns and candidates. I reported earlier this week how the fundraising reporting deadline for the February 5th primary won't come until January 24th, 12 days before the election. And that might be our only chance that we get to see fundraising numbers from a lot of candidates in the race and get to get a financial picture of the race. And it's coming really late in the election, and we won't have much to go off of before then. And then another thing where that's true is financial disclosure reports. These are reports that the House requires incumbent House members and candidates for Congress to file that lists the jobs they hold, the incomes they make, the assets they hold, anything like that. And you're supposed to theoretically file them within 30 days of becoming a candidate and reaching a certain fundraising threshold. So far in the 11th District, we've got 6 people who have filed financial disclosure reports. Zach Beecher, J.L. Covan, Cami Croft, Brendan Gill, Tom Malinowski, and Tahisha Way. We've got 2 people, Ana Lilia Mejia and Joe Hathaway. Hathaway is the one Republican in the race, who have filed for extensions, but have not yet actually turned in their reports. We've got one candidate, Justin Strickland, who filed a little notice saying that he has not yet raised or spent more than $5,000 for his campaign and thus does not yet need to submit a report. So that's an interesting campaign tidbit right there. And we have 3 candidates who, at least according to the House Clerk's website right now, have not sent in anything, either an extension request or the report itself. That's John Bartlett, Jeff Grazel, and Anna Lee Williams. These reports are an interesting tool that we have to sort of peek behind the curtain of who these candidates are, where they make their money, where they're invested in, things like that. I mean, we can look at J.L. Covan and see how he sort of cobbles together his salary from things like YouTube and Cameo. He's a comedian and a Trump impersonator. Tahisha Way, she just gets her salary from the state. Tom Malinowski, he did some consulting work that was his primary salary. Zach Beecher and Cami Croft each had pretty hefty 6-figure salaries. Cami Croft from her nonprofit and Beecher from his venture capital work. And then Brendan Gill reported making $1.5 million from his political consulting firm. The report also lists a lot of the clients that he has, which includes a lot of major players in North Jersey politics. These are just, I'm not casting aspersions on any of these incomes or any of these career choices. It's just, I think, interesting to be able to look into this and interesting to be able to see more about these candidates' lives and their backgrounds as they head into this race. And the problem, in part, with this incredibly short special election schedule is that, we're still missing half the reports and we still don't have a clear picture of where everyone is in the race. So I would encourage you to go check out these reports yourself. I will spell out exactly how to do that at the end of this video. They are definitely better if you haven't experienced looking at New Jersey state level campaign finance, or not campaign finance, personal financial disclosure reports. The federal ones are a lot better. The state ones still crack me up every time when I look at them and I see what their income reporting levels are, where you can have Category 1, less than $10,000. Category 2, $1,000 to $25,000. Category 3, $25,000 to $50,000. And Category 4, $50,000 or more. We'll always love Category 4. It means that I, a New Jersey political journalist, and Jeff Bezos would click the same little box for our incomes. So the federal ones are better, but as I think we saw with Mikey Sherrill's gubernatorial campaign, they're not perfect. There was a fair bit of reporting around Sherrill's wealth gain while in the House that was based on her financial disclosure reports, but that was making certain assumptions about, some of the ranges that were in them that I personally found irresponsible is a strong word, but definitely they were making some leaps, and you have to make some leaps in looking at these reports, but you also have to be careful in how you do so. So I'll spell out specifically how to do this. You go to, you can just Google Congress financial disclosure reports, or you can go to disclosures-clerk.house.gov/financial disclosure. You will see over on the left, there are a few options. Go to the bottom and click search. If you want to look specifically at the 11th district or any of the other districts in New Jersey this year, you will probably want to flip over from search members to search candidates. and then input the information. Here it's 2026, New State, New Jersey, District 11. And that will show you all the reports. You can click on them. You can see all about these candidates that I'm talking about. So I would encourage all of you, if you're curious, to do that for this district and others. And if you find anything interesting, let me know. Have a great weekend, everyone.